Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back in the offices of Endeavour Silver. You remember we already have been here at the beginning of the week, and now it's end of the week, and the company had some very good news. So thank God we are still here, and we have the chance to talk again to Bradford Cooke, who is the founder and the CEO of the company. Bradford, thanks again for taking the time so spontaneously. And I think, it's time to talk about your production results and also the financials, and maybe some more topics, what happens with the three mines. And you're obviously planning something different. I think the market will be a bit surprised, so I think it's good that you can comment on that. But first, on your results, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for inviting me on again. And we just recently released our plans for 2016, including our production and cost guidance for the mines, and our aggressive plans to continue exploring and expanding the resources at our Terronera project. So for Endeavour Silver this year, there's really three main themes for our shareholders. The first theme is that we are now asking each mine to make money, even at $14 silver. And for that reason, our guidance is actually to probably reduce our production, primarily at the one mine, El Cubo, where we have been taking some losses, in order to turn it from losing money to making money this year. It's a temporary solution, but I think we are the first silver mining company to propose that it's actually better to temporarily reduce our production this year in order to make sure that we make money this year.
Can you maybe shortly explain why you reduced the production at El Cubo and how you save the money? Because normally we say, we raise the production, we have lower unit costs. Why you are now saving money? Meaning, why can you reduce now?
Sure. So we've taken the view that we are close to or at the bottom of the gold and silver market, and while we don't expect a sharp rebound, we do expect a nice rebound through the year, and we're forecasting higher prices by year end. Normally, at all three mines, and particularly at El Cubo, we invest each year not only to do the production, but to develop new reserves for next year and to expand the resources for future years. That kind of spending normally goes to our operating costs as well as to our capital costs. And this year we've decided to significantly reduce that spending across the board in order to make sure that each mine makes money this year. So we are guiding our all-in sustaining costs as a company in the $12 to $13 range per ounce of silver. So we actually will improve our profit margin this year compared to last year. Last year I think we were in the $14.50 to $15 range.
So it was just break even.
And it was close to break even. We had a very small margin last year. This year we're just saying, look, our business is to make money, and we're going to ask particularly our El Cubo mine to make money this year.
Fantastic. Well, that sounds great. Where do you see then the silver equivalent production? I mean, you had like 11.3 million ounces last year. Where do you see it now for this year?
I think in the 8 to 9 million ounce range. And just a reminder that Guanaceví and Bolañitos, our first two mines, are going to continue steady as she goes. They were profitable every year for the last, 6, 7 years, and we expect them to continue to be profitable this year. So there's no need for us to do much at those mines, and we'll continue to do some investments, certainly at Guanaceví. It is only El Cubo that really is a concern, not only to management, but to our shareholders as well. We've taken 3 years of losses at El Cubo while we refurbished the operation,
but I mean,
and
expanded it.
We expanded it 3 times, and each time we got a reduction of costs through the economies of scale. But last year, for instance, getting the all-in costs from 22 down to 18 is a major accomplishment, but silver is no longer 18. So how do we make money at 14? That's why we have a different plan this year.
Fantastic. And hopefully next year silver is above the 18, and then it looks even better.
And that is our view. That's why we're saying this is a temporary adjustment to our operating plan to make sure that each mine makes money this year. By year end, I'm hoping we'll have higher prices and we can adjust the plan.
Fantastic. Also, you have some more themes on the table. Of course, Terronera, we spoke already in the beginning this week, but Terronera, I'm sure you're not shrinking the investments, right?
No,
indeed. This you want to develop as the fourth mine, right?
Yes. So if the first theme for Endeavour in 2016 is to make money at all three mines, the second theme, which is equally important for us, is to more aggressively explore and develop the Terra project, exciting new silver-gold discovery that we made in Jalisco State. Last year we were a little bit slow, didn't spend a lot of money on Terra because we were trying to manage it under our cash flow. But now we have found a source of outside financing, and we're going to be much more aggressive at exploring Terra to try and expand the resource, and doing more engineering studies to try and improve the economics, even better than the preliminary economic assessment that we released last May.
Fantastic. When we talk about financing, I think there's also something in your balance sheet. We were talking about this today with the restructuring of the short-term debt. So there's also something good.
Yes, we noticed in recent months there was some concern amongst shareholders about the short-term debt that we have with Scotiabank. And rather than allow those concerns to linger, we were proactive in renegotiating with Scotiabank to convert the short-term debt into a 2-year term loan.
Fantastic.
And now it's removed from the short-term liabilities. We have the cash and cash flow and receivables to more than pay off the balance of the short-term loan over a 2-year period. And so people can no longer be concerned that we have to pay it off this year.
Great, that's a good thing. Yeah, I think this puts the pressure away from you guys. I'm pretty sure that a bank like Scotiabank wouldn't be that stupid to default you or whatever. It makes no sense. But on the other hand, I think it's much better to work in a more quiet environment and to do the things you really have to do.
Sure. So in the last 2 years, we took the short-term debt from 40 million down to 20 million, plus or minus. And now with the new 2-year term facility, we'll take it from 20 million down to 0.
Fantastic. You already had some drill results. Just a question from my side. Where do you still see your resources and reserves, and where do you think the development could be for the next 2-3 years? Well, where would be the focus also on it?
Yeah, so we did release 2 weeks ago our reserves and resources, and we did last year replace our reserves and actually expand our measured and indicated silver resources. The focus this year will be to continue maintaining the current level of reserves, but to more aggressively explore Terra, which means we're hoping we'll see a nice jump in resources thanks to Terra.
Fantastic. Great. Bradford, thank you very much for this update again. And I think well done. Congratulations. And I have the feeling that the management of Endeavour is now going in more quiet sea sea environment, and you can focus on the things you really need to do. And I think it's a pretty good idea to reduce short-term the production and to focus on cash, because cash is key these times.
Cash is king.
Super. Thank you very much, Bradford. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Bradford Cooke, the founder and CEO of Endeavour Silver. And you heard it. Sometimes you need a new approach to lead a company, especially when you are the 8th largest silver producer in the world, becoming probably the 4th or 5th largest quite soon when Terra goes online. But I think it's the right way with Kubo. They brought down the cost significantly, but silver is not at $18 or $20. We are still at 14.5 or 14.40 this morning. And it's important, to focus on cash, to make money and have a free cash flow. This is key in those times, and Endeavour Silver is doing that. And also I think a key development is to bring the short-term debt into a 2-year facility now, probably also on a much better interest rate. And I think this put out the pressure of the company. Now the guys can work what they have to do, and they always worked in the past very successful. I'm pretty sure they will continue in the future. Thanks, and bye-bye from Vancouver.